refugees from Pax Darkus are safe in the dwarven kingdom of Thorbodden. You are in the ancient port city of Tarsus, searching for ships to bear them out of the dragon army's reach. But nothing in silent Tarsus is as you expected. The sea receded in a cataclysm. No ship will ever set sail from Tarsus again. The new quest is before you. To find one of the legendary dragon hearts, mighty weapons that destroyed the dragons in ancient times. Welcome to the world of Kryn and the legendary DragonLance.
And we're live. Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and others, to Wicked Studios presents DragonLance, Dragons of Mystery, Part 2. And yeah, I know, Dragons of Mystery is not an actual module, it is a game supplement. But you know what? We're taking it to the next level here on Wicked Studios, guys. And we're doing a little in-between adventure, because between DL4 and DL6, they skipped some shit. Not just DL5. Anyway, let's get around and introduce the rest of these lovely people here today. Make sure I got everybody in the right space. Yes, I do. Let's start with Kemchan.
Hey, I'm Kemchan, playing Gorel Nightfoot, our human fighter with his adoptive dad, Flint Fireforge, the dwarven fighter.
Seemed like you had more to say, but then you just trailed off.
Nope.
Anyway, how about... Oh,
Nope,
wait, I have Will and Gary in the wrong place. So, all right, Gaz is going to have to introduce Will.playa tonight.
Oh,
as
cool.
I fix this.
So let's see. Right above me is Will.playa, and he's going to be playing the role of Ergrin, the somewhat cowboy-like priest.
Yeah, that's about right.
Sure.
And go ahead.
Yeah.
Will.playa, will you please introduce Gaz?
Gaz will be playing Curlathon, a half-elf who had trouble with stairs and doors too, right? No, just stairs. Until he was able to come across a magical pair of levitating boots, and he has overcome his foe, never to trip and fall downstairs again.
Truly, Curlathon's life story right there.
That was really very well done. Nice
Yeah,
work,
thank you
fellows. Why don't we just continue this? KD, if you would please introduce Jason.
That's Jason. He plays Zane, twin brother to Zarek. He's a elven wizard.
Now, Jason, if you could introduce... Yeah, that sounds right. I didn't hear anything. I wasn't totally paying attention, but I didn't hear anything wrong. Jason, I'd like to not pay attention to you introducing KD now.
That sounds great. Hi, my name is Jason. And KD, who's somewhere.
There you go. No, you had it right.
That way?
No, that's wrong.
No.
That's yeah. Now you're like the scarecrow in the Wizard
Now
of
you're just
Oz.
scarecrowing. Yeah.
They are going to be playing Zarek, who is the twin brother of Zane. And he is an elven fighter.
Very well done, all of you. Kim Chan, why don't you introduce me?
No, no. I don't want to deprive you of you talking about yourself.
Thank you.
It's
Hi,
one of your favorite things,
It
we
is
know.
true. It is true. I spend all day just looking in the mirror saying, "Hi, everybody. I'm Adam. I'm the dungeon master for tonight's festivities."
I totally can picture you like got your back to the mirror and then you spin around real quick.
Oh, I didn't see you there.
Didn't see you there. So anyway, let's get down to it. Previously on Dragonlance. The companions made their way south from the dwarven mountain homeland of Thorbarden to find the port city of Tarsus the Beautiful. The start to the winter on Ansalon has been harsh, though, and the task was not easy. The group could not get a good rest in due to the cold and came close to dying on their journey. Almost had a TPK just on the walk over. They did come to a town named Hopeful, however, about midway through, and the guards would not let them in because of dragon sightings and dragon army sightings. After a pretty long conversation about whether or not they should murder everyone in the town in order to have a warm place to sleep for the night.
Encouraged, might I add, by the chat.
Yeah, well, that's not surprising.
Fireball.
Yeah, the chat's full of murder hobos. They did decide to just continue on to Tarsus, which turned out was landlocked. Wah, wah. No ports. To save time and to get help, though, Zane cast Fly on himself and his twin brother Zarek. They were able to make it to the city gates and send help for their friends before anyone was seriously impacted by the cold. Once in the city, they were directed to the Red Dragon Inn, where they were able to acquire lodging. They spent the next few days resting, since they were literally exhausted from the journey. One day, while down in the common room of the inn, I think it was day 3 or 4. Day 4, because it took you 3 days to rest up, most of you. They spotted a group of draconians wearing blue dragon army armor, unlike the red they had seen previously. And they were just sitting, these draconians were just sitting there eating breakfast. Seemingly naturally, and this was not anything that was a huge surprise to the other patrons of the inn. However, everybody did seem a little uncomfortable, but they were not unexpected. The companions paid Warwick, the innkeeper, 20 steel to find them clothes to disguise themselves, as well as possibly wigs and beards and prosthetic noses. They also told him their history with the dragon armies. I mean, they gave the short version, but they gave the the whole truth, though. Ergen tried to leave some stuff out, but Zane was feeling a little chatty.
what you yeah, thank you. Okay, you got to.
And then Gorell got caught up in it. Yeah. Warwick then sent his barmaid Marcy out to get those supplies. As most of the group went back to their rooms, Ergrin stayed downstairs in the common room to eat his broth. And he noticed the Draconians call over Warwick to place more of an order, but then also whisper something to him while giving sort of Ergrin the side eye. Warwick looked uncomfortable and then hurried away back into the kitchen. And that's where we'll begin tonight's episode. As I get some music ready, Will, though, why don't you tell them what else we have here on this crazy channel of ours?
Called Wicked Studios LLC. Okay, hey, we have one other show for your enjoyment, as Adam likes to call it, the Wacky Cowboy game. But it is actually...
Oh, time for the Wacky Cowboy!
I should do it in my... No, never mind. Anyway, so the basically it's we're playing Deadlands and the Weird West, as they call it, where yours truly plays a humbled and very respectful reverend named Cleophas Brown. And it's a lot of fun.
All right, check
And,
that out Wednesdays at 9 o'clock.
There
All
it
right,
is.
guys. So I've got a little map I'd like to show you of the inn. Is that it? All right. So it's a little bit. Some of us have to pretend there's more than one bed, and Riverwind is. You're sharing this little room with Riverwind. Thank you, Jim Seguila, for subscribing. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Oh, Wicked Studios, did you just give a bunch of people
Yes, I
things?
just-
Because then they're going to all pop up.
Yeah.
So thank you, Will, for making sure people know when these things are on by subscribing for them. So now you guys are obliged to watch all of our games.
Yeah, no pressure.
That's what it comes down to. Matt333, you can't get out of this now. You're in for the long haul. DRB, you bitlow. Same thing to you. Same to you. And there you go. There you pop it up on the screen. All right, so this is the map of the inn. The kitchen is actually through a door back here. However, I put the barkeep over here. Flint is out looking for a map, a new map, since your map was pre-Cataclysm, which wasn't very helpful, you found out. And the barmaid Marcy is she's out looking and doing some shopping for you guys. So, we've got Ergrin down here at the bar. We have some other bar patrons. We have that group of Draconians over here at this table. Curlithlon has got a room over here. Elliston's got a room over here. Gorell and Flint have a room over here. This is Riverwind and Ergrin's room. Riverwind is in it by himself. We have the twins over here. And we have Lorana and Gilthanis up in the left corner there. So, Ergrin, you just saw...
Yeah.
The barkeep talking to the Draconians and quickly hurrying nervously past you into the kitchen.
And now they're giving me the dirty stink eye. Is basically it, right?
No, they're going back to their meal, actually.
Does this place got a back door? Yeah, it looks like there is one. All right, well, Ergrin's going to get up, finish his broth, and then he's going to go and he's going to walk out the door.
Okay.
Then he's going to come over here. Whew,
Roll a perception check.
by the corner. All right, perception check. Oh, I better bring out my character.
Take your time.
Hey, I only work as fast.
Not like any,
I only work as
anybody's
fast as
watching
roll
us.
20.
Roll 20 if you'd like to be a sponsor. We'd love to have you. 23.
Yeah.
You see
I'm observant.
what look like, based on your experience with the Red Dragon Army officers in Thorbarden, an officer of the Blue Dragon Army, in his, the armor and the helmet. It's not quite as ornate and vile looking as the High Lord helmets that you've seen in the past. Well, at least Verminard's. Mm-hmm. But it's definitely in that same vein. It, it's got a, it's sort of like that monstrous, dragon-esque look to it. He's got a long silver cloak with a blue design. It's hard to see the back of it from where you are, but you can see there's a blue design inlaid in the interior of it. And he is walking side by side a black-robed mage.
Are they coming?
They're coming toward the inn. I'm sorry. Yeah. They don't look to be in a hurry. They don't look to be aggro, as the kids might say, but walking confidently down the street.
Okay, well then, I really need to get a pipe for Erdgrim. All right, he's gonna...
You know, there is a pipe store right next door if you want to do a little shopping.
He's gonna run over and he's gonna buy a pipe and some weed. And so then he could, but no, he's not gonna do that because he wants to watch. So he's just gonna like try and look casual and just like
how is he looking? Is he trying to look casual? From where is this? Where is he leaning up against the side of the building there?
Yep, just leaning up against the side of the building, whistling.
Okay.
Then he's just, the reason he came out is he was going to stand up here and then watch to see if the Draconians came out to follow him at all.
No.
But now he's doing that and watching these two.
Yeah, the Draconians have not followed you out. The two key are a ways down the road here, and they're still coming toward you.
Okay, I'm just gonna he's gonna scrutinize him because, all right, he's not a civilized guy. He was a hermit,
sure,
and a barbarian. So I would think he doesn't really know shit from Shinola when it comes to wizards and their robe colors.
You just know, you can tell that he's a wizard by the robes, because only wizards wear these robes.
And he looks like Zane.
Well,
as far as robes go.
The robe itself is similar, but...
Yeah, okay. So that's what he's going off of. Okay, so he's just watching those guys.
Okay. Gorell, you were taking a nap?
Yes.
Gaz wandered off. I don't know if you can hear me. Take that as a no.
That's a no.
We'll get back to him. Twins. What are you doing?
I think they're also sleeping off their exhaustion.
Oh, we were all done.
No, we were done. We just went up to avoid stupid.
Gorell had was really exhausted. He's on his last point to recover. So he went into his room with a full cooked chicken and and a tankard of ale and went to pass out.
Yeah, I think Zarek is also on his last.
That's how one unwinds.
Yeah. So
I know.
So, brothers, are you sleeping? Are you awake? What's going on?
Zane's awake. I
think Zarek's just on his bed.
Yeah. Zane's probably studying some of the spell books and working on the intricacies of the new staff that he has, and he's talking to the head of Curly Jr. saying, don't worry, we'll get your body back together soon. Everything will be okay.
Okay.
Yeah, did you catch that?
Yes.
Yep, in the last episode.
Yeah, he watched. Gary, what is Curlithlon doing?
Curlithlon is he's actually going to probably go out and get a pint at the bar.
All right, so you're going to the bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I figured out I'm not smoking a pipe. I'm whittling.
You're whittling. Okay. Great.
Yeah, that's what he does in his spare time. He whittles.
That's cool.
You notice that the bartender is not there. Neither is is Marcy back. You did know that Marcy ran out to get you guys clothes, but you do not see Warwick, the innkeeper.
Okay, I jump back behind the bar and pour myself a pint.
Okay.
You do.
All right. You notice the door to the kitchen is closed when you hop over there too.
Okay.
Go look in.
At that point,
Warwick's gonna be on the phone. No, they're here.
at that point, Zarek and Zane, in your room, standing between the two beds, appears what looks like a knight, but this knight doesn't look normal. The armor is not only very old, like the style of it is extremely old. It is also charred black. There is a symbol of a rose. This now a blackened rose on his chest plate. His helmet is completely covered except for the eye slit, in which you see two glowing red eyes, and this mysterious ghost-like smoke coming from within rather. Hold on, how come this isn't popping up? Roll 20 if you'd like to be a sponsor.
We'd love to have.
That was always my favorite Dragonlance character.
All right, I'm showing you guys. I cannot show. Do you see this handout?
I do.
I see it, yeah.
I see it, yeah.
Do you see the picture on it?
Yes.
That's who is there.
I don't see writing, I only see the picture.
Yeah, there's no writing. It's just a picture.
Okay, cool.
It's not popping up for you, Adam, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I can't open up the.
That's weird. Well, for all the those listening and watching at home, it's a picture of Lord Soth.
Well, don't give that away, asshole.
That I know. Well, no, but they
It
can,
says
if
it
they,
on the
everyone-
handout.
Oh, yeah, it says it on the
handout.
What the fuck, man?
He immediately looks at Zane and says,
Well, first Zarek's gonna be like, "Bro, are you doing something right
No, that's
there?"
not me, dude.
yeah,
Zane
but as
looks
soon
at-
as he appears, he looks at Zane, points a finger, and says in a hollow voice. Well, first, both of you make wisdom saving throws. Yeah, no,
That's a weird thing for him to say.
Before we do anything, I need both of you to make
Yeah. Hey, guys. do me a solid, a little.
Oh shit! Do I have a disadvantage at this?
Um,
No, disadvantage on ability checks. Okay, I'm fine.
Yeah. So Zarek, you're just sort of. I mean, this is fear. Zane, you feel the fear, but there's a lot going on inside of you that you are not. You're not afraid. You're not frightened, but there's still, you can still feel. Thank you, Luis Oropeza, for sharing the stream. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Zane feels the rational fear as if a
Yes.
lion were in the room, not the irrational fear as if the lion were in the room in a cage.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me pop him out here. Hold on.
You weren't kidding. You were going to kill us.
I'll zoom in.
I've always thought, his music when he comes on stage was like death metal. That's
Yeah,
what I associate with Thoth.
I don't have that. I got like a little adventure romp here going on right now, but I got too much going on. All right, so he looks at Zane. Wait, no, I lied to you. He looks at Zarek,
Oh,
and Zarek is going to need to make another wisdom saving throw.
you already failed the first one.
Yep, this is a different one.
This is Saver P.
10.
He says, in this dark, hollow voice. There are members of the Blue Dragon Army downstairs. Follow them. And you get up out of your bed. You walk down into the common room. You see these draconians there, and you stop. At the same time, you see Ergrin walking right past you during this. Are your two new friends. And let me pop them out here as well, because they are going to enter the inn.
All right.
If I could find them. Oh,
Well, Ergrin's going to give it a couple heartbeats, and then he's just going to go back in the inn.
Well, they're going to be blocking the entrance at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Standing, They're both standing in the doorway. You see, by the way, that this mage is a draconian. Now you've seen, bronze and copper-skinned draconians. This draconian is more of a gold color. Does not have wings, unlike the others that you've seen. And where are the other? There it is. Okay. The lieutenant, as you will come to know him, looks over, walks into the room, sees Zarek standing there next to the Draconians, and he says, "Ah, good. Right on time. Come with me, please." As he and two of the Draconians turn to leave, Zarek cannot help but follow. We're going to cut back to the room here, and we're going to roll initiative.
Oh, shit.
And this is going to be for everybody, although the only people that have any idea what's going on are Curly. You see this. Zane and Ergrin, but I want everybody to roll, even your other characters here.
Oh, okay.
Should Zarek roll as well, or no?
Zarek can roll.
Yeah.
In case something happens to get you out of this spell. Okay. Which is not going to be easy, but let me pull up the tracker here. Curlithlon, Zane, Lorana, Gilf. Oh wait, I think I got everybody in here still. Who rolled so far?
I did, and it overrode.
I did.
Should Flint roll? He's not even.
Oh, it
there.
overrid it? Yes. No, Flint. Sorry, you have to leave Flint out because Flint is
Okay.
out on an errand.
Yeah, I think Ergrin's overrode mine, but they're the same anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Curlithon, you got 19?
I mean, Elliston's. Yeah.
Elliston.
And so did Elliston.
Okay. I don't see Elliston in the thing.
Yeah, I think it overwrote mine, but it was the same. So
Oh, can you click on Elliston's token and put him in there, and then you could put him in as a 19 there?
Oh, I don't have Riverwind down there, I don't think. Nope. There it is.
All right, Elliston got a 19, right? Carrie. Okay. Then everybody else is in.
Let's just double check on Riverwind.
Oh wait,
I just did.
got
Yeah, it's in there.
Him as well.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta put in our dude. He is going to go for all of the dragon armies. All right, everybody's in. I will... All right, so... Oh, there we go. Okay, I wasn't... So Zane... a little taken aback, but ready for action as his brother walks out of the room. What would you like to do? You might be muted.
Does this thing in here look like it's... Does it have weapons drawn or anything like that?
No, he has a really nasty looking sword in a scabbard on his hip, but he does not. He's not wielding it.
Okay. So he's gonna look at him quickly. Does he recognize this guy at all? Would Zane know anything about who he is? No. Okay,
no.
cool.
You can roll a history check though.
Okay. Yeah, no.
No, I mean, you can tell that he looks undead.
Yep.
That's about it.
Okay, so Zane looks at this guy and says, why'd you tell my brother to go?
The Blue Lady wishes to speak with him, and him alone.
Well, he's not going alone. If he's going at all. So I'm gonna go get him. And with that, I'm gonna Misty Step.
Who did we lose?
Chan.
5,
Okay.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Over to here. And then
Now he's back.
double move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Here.
Okay. It is the lieutenant's turn. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. We'll say they're about just about off of the yoink. We'll turn them this way. These guys will move here and here. I take it back. They're going to attack because they see you.
Oh snap!
Running down the
Adam?
hall. Yes.
Was the spell that was cast on Zarek's suggestion?
No.
Okay. Was it a spell?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
it was a ability, but yes.
I see. You should, Katie. You should have gotten advantage on the save, but that's okay.
Oh.
Why?
Fey ancestry as elves gives you advantage on saves versus.
The 17 wouldn't have mattered anyway.
Okay, cool.
Let me just double check that actually.
No, this guy's pretty potent.
Yeah. Yes, the spell
If it
save.
does-
The spell save is higher than 17.
Okay.
That makes me feel better about not
It's called
using
DM override. It's not this time. This is actually true. I mean, I did put him together though. So I guess in that sense it's DM override. Okay. And they're going to attack the mage. So let me pull up their thing. Sorry, guys. These are just your typical Boz Draconians. They're going to attack. They don't have their weapons out. They're going to do a bite and a claw each. First one, bite. Probably miss. A 13.
Miss.
Oh, the second one's bite was also a 13. The first one's claw. 17.
Miss.
And a 7 will also miss you. So they don't really get anything accomplished.
Their heart isn't really.
I mean, Zane's also really skinny, so he's probably just.
Yeah, he just keeps turning sideways.
Yeah.
Okay. Elliston?
Yeah, Elliston is not doing anything because
He's
he
still reading
hasn't
his-
really heard anything. He's just,
Are we frozen here on the... Our
Do we
stream
refresh?
quality is good. I think we're Oh, you know what I did? I hit the wrong thing.
What you do, Adam?
you break something.
There we go. Now we're better. Sorry, we froze, but that was my fault. User error. Okay.
Right, so Ellison is still just reading his holy scriptures. And, Curly is... He looks over at the Draconians that are attacking... Actually, I haven't even seen Zane go around the corner, so...
Yeah, no, you haven't. You just saw the Draconians get up and move in that direction, and then... as they miss. You don't even hear the sounds of combat. You just hear the sounds of... Swish. Bite. Swish.
So I'm not even really paying attention to that because I'm paying attention to Zarek going off with the other Draconians. I'm like, Zarek, and I'm following.
Okay.
So I can get all the way to them. I guess I just get all the way to them.
Oops, I moved. This
Double
little
move.
dude from the bar, too. I gotta put him back. Let me move these guys.
I can get all the way to them with a double move.
The lieutenant, the closest Draconian looks back and he says, "One follows." And Bakaris keeps walking and says, "Take him with us." If he wants to come so badly.
Lovely.
All right, is that it for your turn?
Yep.
Lorana, chilling in the room, doesn't really know anything that's going on.
Nah.
Garel, roll for snore. Riverwind, still asleep.
Darrell's laying in a bed covered in chicken bones, and and beer just pouring just in his beard.
Riverwind's trying to write a love poem to Goldmoon, and he's writing it. It's like, what would Swiftfox say? How would he put it?
Lord Soth appears here. Looking at Zane, says, "Begone." And I am going to need I think it's a charisma saving throw.
What did he say? Begone?
Begone.
Okay.
And it's a charisma saving throw as he casts banishment on you.
Oh, snap.
I will use a...
Inspiration? Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, hang on one second. I have 2. 1 left. Okay.
13 again. Zane disappears. And I'm just going to put a little clock on you there. Because you'll return there in a minute. And that's all he can do right now. Gilthanus, roll a perception check.
Wait, didn't you say you get advantage for saves like that?
Not that one.
Not that one.
Oh, okay. Weird.
Gilthanus percentage. Perception, I mean. That's you again, Jason.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Perception, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Lorana, you see, elven history is a tricky thing. Depends on the perspective of who's actually telling the tale.
Yeah.
Oh my god, shut up.
Yeah, Lorana, don't elf-splain me, dude.
What a nerd.
Lorana is so much smarter than Gilthanus, too. All right. Zarek, you are following. Ergrin.
Well, Ergrin's gonna put away his whittling knife, put away a little figurine that he's whittling on. Gonna let him, get about a good half a block, and then he's gonna pull out and just start walking, following him.
Okay. Zane, I would like you to roll. Well, first let me tell you what happens. So you all of a sudden, you were standing in this tavern, the inn. These Draconians, much like Star Wars stormtroopers, couldn't hit you for the life of to save their lives. Now all of a sudden you're standing in darkness. In the darkness, you hear a voice. A familiar voice. Say, Shirak. And a light from atop a staff you know well. A staff that you broke in an effort to save your brother from not only death, but from rising back as a shadow. You see a man, thin, much like yourself. Golden skin, much like you used to have. Hourglass eyes, similar to you. He smiles and says, I was waiting for the opportunity. I need you to roll another wisdom saving throw.
What's the room look like? Is this room or is it...
You can see a little bit of the room. It is still very dark. The light is basically just illuminating you and he.
Sure.
But you can see a cold fireplace not far away. A chair that was once, resplendent and beautiful, in disarray. Books lining the shelves. Many of those books, similar to ones that you have found in your travels, with a night blue leather binding. All right, and you rolled a 10.
Yep.
Okay. That's all that happens right now.
So you get banished to a place where
Yeah.
you're going to start taking notes.
Is there a chair or anything?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he'll go sit right in the chair.
Okay. The other being lets you with no
Okay.
issue.
Like Zane is now like, okay, this is what's happening, and now he's just like going to just enjoy the conversation.
Okay. All right. Perception is wisdom or intelligence?
Wisdom.
Good. Okay. Bakaris looks at the mage draconian standing next to him and says, "Wait here for the other. He's not on the list." The Aurak hangs back. Everybody else continues. I'm gonna just move you out of the way over here, off the map, ahead, and then you will see. Well, Curly, you will pass him if you continue walking, but that's up to you on your next turn. And Ergrin, you see them walk, except for this black-robed draconian mage. Just stops, turns, moves slightly so he's in the center of the road, much like a Old West showdown, and just stands there waiting for you.
I go to the other side of the street.
It's not your turn. Elliston, perception check. It's a high DC because there hasn't been a lot of action or shouts yet.
10.
Okay. Curliflon.
Right. I am going to, as I go past this one, I'm just going to be like, hey, and continue on after Zarek.
Okay. You do find it odd that they haven't cuffed you. And are just letting you follow. The two Draconians, if you hang back a little bit, will slow down to keep pace with you. But other than that, they seem perfectly content with you following.
Okay, well, I'm gonna use no, I don't have any inspiration points, and I can't do that anyway. Never mind. That's it. I thought I was gonna do something fun, no, I'm not gonna do anything.
Yeah, that's just the thoughts racing through Curly's head. Oh man, it'd be so cool if I could.
He's thinking of all the things he could do. I bet I could take all three of them if I just do my little kung fu moves that I saw on TV.
That is the plan, yes.
Oh shit, what is the name of that show?
Kung Fu Theater?
No. Into the Badlands. If you guys haven't seen Into the Badlands, watch it.
You really
It is
like that
awesome.
show.
It is so good. Lorana, perception.
Is it wisdom or intelligence? Wisdom, right?
Yes.
We just went through this.
Yeah, I know. And I still had to think about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
13. Yep. So far, nothing out of the ordinary. You just guiltiness won't shut up. Gorel, perception. With disadvantage since you're sleeping.
Yeah, okay.
This is to notice the draconian creeping into your room with a chloroform drag.
Right.
He's gonna inch in and then be like, "Oh no, he's asleep already," and walk out.
Yeah. 14's not bad.
Not bad.
You got
Yeah,
-1
not
on your
bad.
perceptions to boot.
Yeah,
That's
those are
pretty
good rolls, but they're not good enough.
Yeah.
Riverwind, perception.
What would Swift Fox do in this situation? I don't understand why she liked him so much. If I could only be like him. Did you say a disadvantage, right? Okay, so I just have to roll it twice is all for this because it doesn't come up that way. Oh, it did it. 8. He's way thinking about.
He really is. He's like carving in like the bedpost like RW and GM, you know, like with a heart around it. Lord Soth disappears.
Of course he does.
Gilthinus, perception.
Who's Gilthinus?
Jason, you're muted.
You got an 8.
Yeah.
So, Lorana, really, when you draw your long sword, you have to do it in a swift way that it just cuts clean across the breadth of your enemy's midsection. I know that you're not very, very good with combat, but...
All right, Zarek is following. And otherwise, you have complete control over your faculties. Like, you know exactly what's going on. You just can't help but follow them. Ergrin.
Well,
and I'm going to move Curly over with this group over here, too, just out of the way.
It's obvious that this draconian sorcerer is waiting for me. He's looking right at me, sees me, so he knows that's going on. And it appears that both Curly and Zarek, under their own free will, are following these
That's
guys.
what it seems like, yeah.
You know? Like, when Curly came running up, he was like, oh, hey, guys. Not like, unhand him! You know, it's nothing like that.
Yeah.
So, So, Ergrin's going to stick his hands in his pockets. He's going to walk up to the draconian and goes, "At it. How you doing?"
I hear... Is that somehow me again?
It's got to be.
Yeah, somehow my fucking iPhone, just if you'd like to be a sponsor, we'd love to have you. The volume just goes up for some reason. That's weird. All right, anyway. He just looks at you and says, Are you going to be a problem?
Well, I don't think so. Name's Ergrin. What's yours?
He just stares at you. She shakes his head a little bit.
They don't give you all names when they hatch you. I'm assuming you're hatched.
He gives you the stink eye when you say that. And he says, I would recommend you go back to the inn.
Where are my friends going? If
None
you
of
don't mind
your...
my asking.
I do mind. It is none of your business or concern.
Well, see, that's where you're wrong, feller. So those two hombres right there, well, they're part of my concern. I'm traveling with them. So, kind of want to make sure they're not falling into a heap of trouble. If you understand. See, if you'd given me your name, I could have addressed you proper, like. Not trying to cause... And Rax. Nice to meet you. Oh,
as
Drax.
Like, Drax as like the destroyer.
Drax. Nice to meet you, Drax. Just trying to figure out what's going on. Seems like they know you folk. That's not something that they had mentioned yet. Didn't know that they were types to hang out with the reptilian crowd.
You're new.
It's
not a question, he says that as a statement.
Yeah. I guess. What's that mean?
Return to the inn.
Well, I still like to know where my friends are going, if you don't mind.
All right. Well, that's 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be his turn next. Unless you're gonna attack him or do anything.
I'm
else.
not attacking him. I'm just
All right.
I'm seeing how far he can push the situation. Basically,
Yeah.
what he's judging here is he's judging. It's like, well, if the guy's not getting hostile towards him, he obviously has orders not to be hostile towards him, but he hasn't pushed to try and follow more, which he's obviously got orders to keep him from doing that.
All right.
So he'll do something else here in a minute. He'll a bit of a dude. But.
They all continue. Kurlithlon and Zarek, you can see that they seem to be leading you out of the city, but in a different, not from the entrance in which you came.
Okay, I'm assuming that they're not going in just a straight line, right? Where
No,
there's
yeah.
turns.
They're turning down
Okay.
streets and stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess this will be fine because it's my turn next, but we'll get.
Okay, so yeah, we'll get to your turn momentarily. I would like Ergrin to make a
Whatever. It's a wisdom saving throw.
wisdom saving throw, which you're good at,
Yeah, I
but
am
he
a
doesn't
little.
know that by looking at you.
All right, let's try it. $19.
Yeah, that makes it. He's not nearly as cool as Lord Zod.
So Ergrin's gonna raise an eyebrow.
Yeah, and he says, I suggest, TM, you go back to the inn, but yet you don't. I assume.
No, he chuckles a second ago. Yeah, that's how it's gonna be, huh? All right. Well, don't worry, I ain't gonna be tramping off following him. You can carry on. And he's gonna turn around, and as he turns around, he's gonna start looking for a bird.
Roll. Well, when it's your turn, you can roll a
Yeah,
perception
exactly.
check for that. Elliston, there's really nothing to even perceive anymore at this point. Kurlithlon,
Okay, so at the first opportunity, like the first turn or whatever that I can do this, I'm going to go climb the nearest building on the corner of the turn.
Spider-Man.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because I can do that.
You can do you can do all sorts. Of
Yeah,
crazy
so I'm
things.
gonna do that in stealth.
Okay, roll a stealth.
Oh yeah.
I don't think there's no way they can beat. He rolled a nat 20 on the second one, but his first roll was a 7, and even his nat 20 was only a 19. You know what? I'll say both of those rolls were for the two draconians that were supposed to be keeping an eye on you, and neither one of them were able to spot you do that because they didn't expect you. They expected if you were gonna juke, you would go like down the street or hide behind a barrel or something. They did not expect you to scale the wall. So you are able to get to it's not a super tall building. It's 2 stories. When you get to the top, you see a woman, an elf, long jet black hair with 2 others. I would like Jason to describe what one of those people look like.
So one of the people standing there is an elf as well. Darker skinned, very, very tan, as if outdoorsy. Dressed for winter. She's small of build, probably about 5'2", athletic looking. Has dark brown hair, cut short, looks like a very utility type hairstyle. Short but pulled back. She has a staff in her hand and is clad in, like I said, winter gear, and looks. She has a look of sadness on her face, but also determination and experience, even though she's quite young for an elf.
And Kim-chan, describe the other.
So you see basically a minotaur. Dark brown hair, horns, one of them broken, like 2 inches shorter. Studded leather overcoat. Under the overcoat, you could see the handle of a 2-handed sword for now. Well, you can't see the blade, but you can see the handle coming out. And it's got a scar coming down his face slightly.
And
that's it.
When you see this group, the star jewel that is strapped to the inside of your arm, underneath your armor and your clothing, begins to radiate a warmth. A sense of comfort and knowing fill you. And as you touch the star jewel through your sleeve, the woman dressed in the white gown in the center of these two stops and looks up directly at you. And then we're going to move on.
Okay.
Lorana, Garel, roll a Constitution to see if you wake up or not.
Sure. $16.
Okay. Yeah, you stretch out. You're a little groggy still, but you do wake.
Okay.
Anything you'd like to do? It's quiet. It's dark in here. There's a window, but the curtains are drawn.
Right.
Flint isn't back yet.
Right. I think he'll probably come out to the front just to see what's going on. Because Bar's there.
Oops. I moved Zane, but we'll say he's still there. All right, you go. Again, pretty empty. You see 2 of the 4 Draconians you saw before sitting at the table. You do not see any of your allies down here.
Okay. I could pretty much imagine him like still stretching, yawning, looking around, like where the hell is everybody? And then he probably would even like step outside just to look around.
Okay.
Goes to the door.
All right. Around. You look around. Roll a perception check.
Oh boy.
You're still rubbing sleep out of your eyes. Yeah, you're just taking in like the cool evening air.
Scratching himself.
Sidrin77 says, "Are we losing Zane and Garel?" I don't know what's happening. I guess you're gonna have to keep on watching. Riverwind, Soft, Gilfinus, Zarek still following.
Oh, wait a minute. Riverwind's writing a poem to Goldmoon.
Yes, I know.
Roses are red, violets are blue. I wish I could love you just like Swift Fox loved you.
That's-
So bad.
Yeah, the rhyme scheme is off.
So bad.
Yeah.
But Riverwood's
No
such a great
wonder
guy.
she chose Swiftwind over over Riverwind. Ergrin, what are you doing?
Well, he turned around. You know, he just before he turns around, he just kind of like gives the draconian like a Clint Eastwood stare and yeah, didn't really work out the way you thought it did it? All right. And he turned around. He starts looking for a bird.
Okay. You're gonna
do
roll a perception check.
Yes, I'm making it hard on you.
No, it's gonna be tough to get because this is winter.
There's winter birds, man. It doesn't have to be a big bird, just a bird.
I know. Let's see what you got.
Okay. Perception check coming. Go to the core page.
Thank you,
Perception.
Eric Kubiel, for liking the stream. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Thanks, Eric. Double 16s, baby.
Yeah, you see a little bird off in the distance.
Okay, so I'll start going over towards the bird. I'm going to cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
Hey, birdie, birdie. Hey, birdie. And so once it's within, granted, this is a little bit out of order, but it's a little bit longer. I'll use my charm animals. So once I get within 30 feet of it, I can charm it.
Okay, go for it.
And it's a wisdom saving throw on the birds.
Okay,
You can just say it happens.
we'll see.
Do it.
I'm not gonna make it that easy for you. We'll see.
I know you're not.
Yeah, no, it doesn't make it.
Okay, it fails. Okay.
So I wanted to see it
basically-
rolling that 20.
Yeah. So then I just call it over and go, all right. Now I need you to go fly and keep an eye on this here feller behind me that in the black robes, and then come back and tell me where he goes.
Okay,
I'll get you some worms or something.
that'd be great because it's really hard to find worms in the frozen tundra.
Well, yeah, that's true. Well, I'll get you
I haven't
something.
had a worm since fall.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe it's not going
I
to
have
be a
no
worm.
idea how long it is because I'm a bird.
All right. Now this is my payment for talking to you. All right. Go on. Get follow.
Oh, you want me to go now? Okay. I'll let you know. I won't let you down.
I know you.
He
won't.
flies
You're-
over, flies back. I'm sorry, what was that? What did you need me to do again?
You little shit. That feller over there that's walking away, that guy, just keep an eye on him and then let me know where he goes.
He flies up. The other guy isn't walking away yet.
All right. Because Ergrin then will go into the bar.
Okay.
Or start going towards the entrance and start talking to Garel.
Okay.
So,
Zane, you're keeping track on how many rounds that is? Okay.
he said 3, I think.
Everybody else continues to move. These two guys come over here and say to Garel, we're gonna have to ask that you come back into the bar. The other one too, out in the street.
Girl just kind of like slowly becomes aware of what's going on. Like, huh? What? And he looks at sees Argrin and she's like, Argrin, the hell are these two talking about?
I don't know. Can't hear him. What to say?
They want us to come. They want us to come back into the bar. I mean, it's chilly and all, but
That
I
might
doubt
be
it's
a
for our help.
that might be a good idea. I need to talk to you and everybody else.
Oh, where is it? And he's like, where is everybody else?
Well, just go to the room, start knocking.
All right, you guys gonna go in?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
All right.
start rounding everybody up.
All right. These two close. They kick everybody else out of here and close the doors.
So they kicked everybody out of the inn?
Yeah. And they close the doors, and they're standing in. Well, they'll stay where they are. They're standing inside there. Okay. Who's next on the list here? Curlithlon, I guess.
Okay. So, what exactly is? How far away is that group that I saw from the, Draconian?
They're around a different corner.
Around a different.
Yeah. So basically, you're at like a, like an intersection.
Yeah.
So you're on the corner. The Draconians and Zarek go in one direction. They're coming from a different direction. Or they were going down a different direction. I'm sorry. They were going away from you, but you stopped and is now looking at you.
Okay. And can I do I have any sense of, where this feeling of warmth or comfort that's coming from my gem, does it seem to be connected specifically to the woman there?
It seems to be, yes.
Okay.
And she's now running toward that building that you're standing on.
Okay. Well, I'm actually going to keep following after Zarek.
As you turn to leave, she yells, "Curlithlon!"
Well, that's interesting. Okay. I stop and I look down from the top of the building there.
She says, she's like, speaking loudly so you can hear, and it's causing a little bit. There's not that many people out on the street here, but the other two with her are attention is being drawn to you now. And she yells up, "I can't believe it! It is you, my darling little boy." And we're gonna cut. Well, what are you gonna do? Are you going to continue after the others, or are you going to stop here for?
No. I think that's a sufficient shock to stop me from following Zarek for a minute.
Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're going to cut. We're gonna speed through time a little bit because KD has an early morning. And we want to get to this part. And we want to get to this before our break, which is coming up. So, inside, you guys are rousing the others. Are you going to meet in any particular room? And if so, everybody can move their people into that room.
Yeah, I'll just pull them all into a bedroom. It doesn't really matter.
All right, well, you guys pick one and move your guys.
Gil and Lorana have a big room.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go over here.
So as you walk into the room, you see Gilthinus, and you thrust the sword, and then then repel out, and then use parry, and then Oh, hello.
We'll get Zane will get to you when you reappear, even though you'll have reappeared by this, but we'll get to that point after the break. I am going to give you something to review, though, as we go through this thing,
homework.
so bear with me. Where is it?
That's a scimitar.
Did I click on something? Or did...
Somebody did.
That might have been me. I might have hit that by mistake. Where the heck? Handouts. Where's my handout?
I was having issues with the handouts earlier.
No. God damn it. It may not, did it not save it? I may not have saved it in the right place. Anyway, maybe I'll do that later over the break then. Oh, there we go. It's in story stuff, not handouts.
Aha!
And I'm going to put it in Jason's journal. Now, Zarek is being led through the streets, out of the city, into, and it's a good deal outside the city.
I thought you were saying it's a good deal. Like,
It's a good.
You should take this deal.
This is a great deal. Well, you won't be sorry. For only $99.99, you too can be abducted by the Blue Dragon Army. They bring you, and you pass through a series of tents. Like it's like a little camp outside. You're on the south side of the city, and oh wait, I've got a thing for this too. Hold on. So you're on the south side of the city through this camp, with these blue tents with the symbols of the Blue Dragon Army. They bring you to the largest tent in the center of the camp. There are a number of guards outside, human. There are 4 of them. The Draconians split off at that point, and you don't really pay attention to where they go as Bakaris leads you inside the tent. It's very comfortable in here. I mean, it's still small furniture that can be easily moved from place to place, but it looks like there were some things that were probably confiscated from the city and brought in here, like the bed, a small table with a drawer, and a comfortable looking but wooden chair. Bakaris takes off his helmet. He is human, dark-skinned, really good-looking guy. He looks at you with disdain, hatred. And he just simply says, "Wait here, or the 4 outside will kill you." And he turns and leaves. You have a little bit of time. Is there anything you would like to do?
I mean, do I have all my weapons?
Sure. Yeah, you got everything on you.
Okay. Who are the 4 outside?
Kill him.
All right. There's 4. I mean,
Like, who are they though? Like, they're all human?
all human.
You said?
yeah.
Okay.
Clearly warriors.
Right.
You would imagine based on this tent, that they're the elite fighting group.
Right. And were there others
Jason,
around?
that's correct. Go ahead. Yes, the camp is full.
Okay.
So there's an army here. Like, not an entire one, but there's a big contingent here.
All right. He'll wait. He'll explore the tent a little bit, see if he can figure out. He's not very bright,
Yeah.
but he'll
You
try
can roll
to
an
figure out.
investigation check if
Yeah.
you want. Hard to say. I mean, it's definitely the commander. You can tell from your time, in the Elven military, this is their leader's tent, and it is probably the top dog, from what you can tell, just by the guards outside, where the tent is located, the size of the tent, the furniture that they brought in. It's definitely somebody important.
Does he have? And is there any indication of why he might be here? Because as far as I'm aware, he has no idea.
Oh, it's super weird.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else you want to do? Okay. Yep. Are you going to stay standing or are you going to sit?
He'll stay standing.
Okay.
Exactly.
After a while, you hear the unmistakable flapping of dragon wings close by. And even without seeing it, you can feel in the pit of your stomach that uneasiness.
Does the worm slayer go off?
No, because it's not 30 feet close to you. It's not that close to you. So you can tell that. But you know that it is close. You guess probably just outside the camp. Because again, the camp isn't huge. Now, a little while later, a couple of minutes, the gate flap opens and a person enters, wearing the what's clearly, based on your recognition of Dragon High Lord Verminard, this is a Dragon High Lord. Instead of red and black armor, this armor is blue. There's black and silver trim. This is a very Christmassy song. We don't want that.
Not.
The figure walks in and says, muffled through the mask, "Good. I trust you got my note." Figure walks over, sits on the chair, puts their boots up on the desk, and says, "I'm sorry that I had to do it this way, but I didn't want to make a big deal out of this. But it's very good to see you again, Zarek." Takes the helmet off, and you see Kitiara Uthmatar.
I had a feeling. Zarek didn't know. Zarek had no idea. You know, in cartoons, when they're very surprised and their like jaw opens and it just falls to the floor, that's what happens to Zarek.
Yeah. And she says, "I heard about your run-in with Verminard. The dragon armies are looking for you all. You know that, right?"
He doesn't know what to say.
Says,
He's
"Please,
probably like
please."
blah 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 blah.
Yeah. Sit. Sit.
He'll sit on the floor.
You look good. Tired, but good. There's something that you should know. I'm going to do what I can to help you. The others, too much of a risk.
What about my bro?
We both know that your brother is, how shall I say this, unpredictable. And I'm not in the business of unpredictability, especially now. I'll do what I can to see that they are out of the city before the attack. But that's the best that I can do.
Dragons outside were gonna kill me.
They won't now. Now that you're under my protection.
I don't like this.
I know that it's a lot to take in. 5 years. For you, I suppose, just a small drop in the bucket, but for me, a lifetime. Things have changed. I am so sorry that I couldn't join the reunion. How are the others?
Why are you with these guys?
Power? Money?
They're just like, ew.
And think of it, together. You and I, together again. Why, we could rule them all.
Nah. I don't like that. That's not cool.
Yes. I was afraid of that.
I mean, maybe with Zane.
Yes, the connection to your brother. I'll be honest, I never understood. Maybe being an only child, although... How is I was gonna say, little brother?
I think he'd be mad.
Yes, maybe. Flint
Probably
wouldn't
really
approved.
sad.
I could... That's why I had to leave him behind.
I want to go back there.
We'll see. She gets up, takes the helmet, puts it under her arm. I have things to discuss with my officers. I'm sure you'll be comfortable here in the time being. It's not safe for you to go back into the city at this point.
Why not?
Well, the attack is imminent.
What are they gonna do?
Oh, the Reds, who can say? Especially since Verminard left and there was a power vacuum. Some draconian, of all things, tried to take over. Didn't work out from what I understand. I hear you killed him too. You and your friends.
Yeah.
Well done. But now the Hobgoblin is somehow in charge, since apparently you also killed a number of the other officers. And, well, that Toad is an idiot, so no telling what he'll do. But trust me, you're better off with me than with them.
Nah, I don't like it. Not without Zane.
Zane is on his own, as are the rest of your friends. You can choose to...
They're your friends, too. That's rude.
Yeah. And I do feel guilty about what's going to happen. Let me ask a question. The elf bitch. Why bring her along?
What elf bitch?
I assume that's Lorana and her brother,
Oh
is
yeah,
it
they found us.
Porthios?
It was weird.
Guilt, I don't remember which one's which.
It's Gil.
Why
They found us.
Why bring them along?
They followed us. I mean, Gil's a friend. Lorana's cool.
Just like Flint, always taking in strays. Well, I'm late. I trust that you won't make things any more difficult for me than they already are. I am taking a huge risk in saving you.
You don't have to save me. You can send me back. I'd rather be with my bro.
I'll be back. She walks out of the tent. And with that, we will
goes
take
back.
our break. So, guys, thank you for hanging out with us on a D&D Friday for Dragonlance, Dragons of Mystery, Part 2. We will be back momentarily. Will, before we go, why don't you tell the good folks what we have on Wednesdays?
Wednesdays, we have a Deadlands Weird West show called Blood and Gold, where I am amongst the players and I don't run it. We got Uncle Tony doing the running.
Yeah, you're not Will.dm anymore on this channel for right now.
I'm Will.player now through and through.
Will.player.
Which is really weird.
All right, guys. So we will be back in just a few minutes. KD, thanks for joining for a little bit. I know you got to get up early, so we will see you next week. And we'll be back with everybody else momentarily, guys. Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm. Don't say bye-bye.
I know, I always do that. We'll be right back.
I know.
Ta-ta for now. And we're back. Thank you, ladies, gentlemen, and others for hanging out with us here on D&D Friday as we play Dragonlance, Dragons of Mystery, Part 2. We're down a player, but that's okay because Zarek just got abducted by the Blue Lady. As happens in this world.
were they friendly earlier on? Is that what that is?
We don't know. That's part of the backstory we haven't quite delved into yet. Although we do know that Kitiara had given us sent along with a couple of Draconians. It turns out heavily covered in those monk robes that you guys saw them in the first session, to deliver a letter saying that she would not be there, and to give her love to her quote-unquote baby brother, which is Gorell, who she and Gorell were adopted by Flint, as well as Curly. Later on, although Curly had parents, adopted parents, and it wasn't until he was, a young adult when they passed that, and he's, but he was always like family to them, but not the same relationship. So we are going to cut back to Curlithlon.
Yeah, and his mom.
Yes. So Curlithlon, this woman. Thank you, Chris Seaman, for liking the stream. Huzzah!
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 Just called you her baby boy.
Aw.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Do I know you? I'm still talking to her from the roof of the building.
She says, "Please, can you come down?"
I look over at Zarek running away, and then I think about the strange feeling I'm getting from my gem. I'm like, all right, fine, and I come down the side of the building.
Okay. She runs over and just gives you a hug, like a big hug, and you could see, her stern face. Just, she's starting to break, but she controls herself and she steps back and she says, "My word, you look so much like your father."
So I'm sorry. Are you saying that you are my mother?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is just as big of a shock to me as it must be for you. And
Well, no, because I thought you were dead, and you obviously knew I wasn't. So I don't think it is. But go on.
Says, you have to understand that we didn't want to leave you. We had to. It wasn't safe for you. Look, it's not safe to talk about things here on the city streets. Come with
better solution.
Come with me, please.
Listen, I have a friend who's being carted away by some draconians over there, and I really need to actually see what's going on.
We need you. I know that I have no right to ask you for anything. Speaking of children. Hi, Tilly. I know I have no right to ask you for anything, but I need your help. You say you're here with friends.
Yes.
They're not safe here. No one is safe here. The governor has made a deal with the dragon forces. I went to him for help. I went to humans for help. This is how dire the situation is. They've taken over our lands, Kurlithlan.
This is just all a lot to take in right now. And like I said, I have a pressing matter right now. Do you think maybe we could, talk later tonight or tomorrow or something?
Tonight,
I want to hear what you have to say, but my friend is going off with the dragon army right now.
Yes, of course. I'm sorry. It is so good to see you. We'll talk later. Meet me at the White Stag. I'm staying there tonight. But I fear we're in danger. Please, tonight.
I will see you there tonight.
Thank you. How many are with you?
Well, it ebbs and flows, really. I don't know, around 5 to 7.
Okay. You found your father's sword and the star jewel. You went to Salamnia. I knew you would. I knew you would.
But I didn't find anything about you.
No, you wouldn't there. No, you wouldn't there. We'll talk later. Go, please. Promise me you'll meet me there tonight. The White Stag.
I will. The White Stag.
Room 3. Okay. And I assume you then take off?
Yeah, then I take off in the direction of Zarek.
All right. We are going to now go back to this group over here. Zane, you reappear.
Aww.
Everybody is in this room?
Yep.
Wow, that's all that's left, huh? Oh, wait, we got Curly, too.
You mean Gorell.
Do I see them all go into the...
Yes. You see everybody making their way in there, and you hear them. You also notice that the place otherwise is empty. I just didn't take these people out of here.
So
I'll delete them as we go.
Out.
I'm deleting them as we go.
Zane will look around.
This dude is still hiding in the kitchen, by the way.
Laziest DM.
Just the surroundings. Look down, kind of flex his hand a little bit, turn the staff around, nod at it, and then walk casually into the room.
Okay. All right. You are all in this room together, except for Kurlithlan, who is searching for your friend.
So when Zane walks in, Ergrin's going to turn around and go, "Oh, I thought you were gone too." Well,
I was for a while, but I'm back.
The girl's like, what the hell is going on? Take a nap and everybody's gone.
That's not cryptic. Well, it looks like your brother, Zane, Zarek, is got absconded by the Draconians. Funny thing, though, is he was just going on his own volition and fully armed. They were treating him rather nice, and Curly was tramping down the street following them, and they didn't seem to mind that either.
I was trampsing?
Yep, you're not there.
I don't think I was tramping.
I think he probably would have said moseying.
Nope. Trampson's the word that was you.
Thank you, Scott Maris, for subscribing on YouTube. Huzzah!
Huzzah! Yep. That's what I saw. And,
yeah, SPK 82718 says, "Mom, leave me alone. I'm playing D&D." For Kurlithlan's conversation with his mother. All right,
my
guys,
brother.
Continue.
What did you call him?
What? Your brother? Or the folk that took him? They're
Where-
draconians and, well, they're like the fellas we saw down in the dining room there. They got a draconian dressed in wizard's robes just like you.
Zane looks down at his robes and yes, yes.
Well, I'm glad that didn't surprise you. Is there something you want to share with us, or anybody know what the hell's going on?
I don't.
Yeah, I gathered that.
I feel we're in the middle of something larger than we anticipated. We may need to reassess the direction that we're going.
Oh shit! You guys go ahead and keep talking for a second. I got somebody I gotta let know where I'm at. And Ergrin's gonna leave. He's gonna go first down here into the in the common room. Those draconians are at the door, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then he's just gonna go over towards this window, and he's gonna look at him and say, "Don't worry, I ain't leaving." He's gonna open up the window and he's gonna stick his head out.
Roll a perception check.
Come on, no. 23.
Good roll. You can't help but notice the charred remains of your bird lying in the middle of the street in front of the door, the steps, the stoop to get into the thing.
That seems like something the DM didn't want me to know.
Here's the
All
thing.
right.
Here's the thing. I would have let you if you didn't do it while he was staring at you. He watched you the whole time.
I kind of figured that the bird was smarter than that. I got to pick an
No,
owl
it was you
next
that was the
time.
problem. The bird was smarter than that. Ergrin wasn't.
The bird should be able to fly away from something
He saw
like
you
that.
talking to the bird.
I guess that's what you get. These little sparrows, they're just, yeah, that's what I get. I got a good idea where they were going anyway. And then he'll close the window, walk by these guys, say, didn't go nowhere. And
Good.
then he goes back in the room. All right, well, that didn't work out.
So Zane looks around.
Like idiot.
Doesn't even know what you did. He's just calling you an idiot.
Are we prisoners here?
Sort of. There's a couple of draconians at the door, but there are only 2 of them. So unless they got a whole heaping bunch of them outside watching.
Well, that
Not to mention there's a back door out of this place. I don't know if they got anybody watching that.
2 draconians will not bar our passage.
Yeah.
Girl's like, damn right. And then he runs to get his stuff from his room.
I was just okay. Yeah.
Runs out,
Hold on, I gotta get my stuff.
Let me get my stuff. Runs back. It's like, all right, we break it out of this place or what? Guys.
Are you deleting those things, Adam?
Yeah, I'm on it.
Okay, because I was just getting ready. I'll let you do it. Well, way I sees it, your brother done took off and went somewhere with those folk. Seemed like he knew them.
And Curly followed him. Is that what you're saying?
Curly followed and
Well,
said-
then
Doing it all sneaky like.
well,
they're probably safe, I would imagine.
something they said was kind of peculiar because they said you can let that one follow. He's on the list. I'm assuming they were referring to Curly. And then said that one ain't. And then that black robe draconian came up and told me not to follow no more, otherwise he was going to have to get violent with me.
Look, Ergrin, I'm sorry you're not on the VIP list for the rave.
Oh, Curliflon's back by now?
No.
I can't hear that.
No, I'm not.
Sound like a wind says so.
A little Curliflon.
Who's the
Up
other
on
guy
his
you're
shoulder.
playing, though, Gary? Aren't you playing
Elliston.
one of the others?
Elliston.
Elliston.
Yeah.
Elliston could say that.
You are? Yes.
Mm.
Elliston, yes, says, sorry you weren't invited to the rave. That's just like him, yeah.
I don't really know what a rave is, but
No, you wouldn't.
Elliston
Yeah.
puts out his glow stick.
You have to be invited to understand.
so who y'all know that works with the Draconians?
These Draconians seem to be of little consequence.
Oh, I don't know about that. Where there's one, there's more. Tend to have
Yes,
dragons
yes.
with them too.
I think we're approaching this incorrectly. We're looking at the small accomplishments and not the bigger picture.
All right, enlighten me.
We need to arm ourselves, equip ourselves to handle the situation. There are secrets in the ruins of the library here in Tarsus.
Yeah.
Secrets that will undoubtedly unlock vast amounts of knowledge about our foes.
Oh, I understand
Whom I
that.
think
Yeah, I understand that. That was the agenda, but that's before people started moseying away.
Yes. But if they've gone on their own volition, who are we to stop them?
Well, I'm right curious as to who the hell they want to go and talk with that work with these dragon armies. I mean, I thought y'all were against this sort of thing.
Yes.
And if they act anything like those other fellows we ran into, well, I don't think your brother or Curly is going to be very safe.
Thank you, Ed McKeel from DragonLance Nexus for liking the stream. Huzzah!
Huzzah! Thanks, Ed.
Don't forget to check out
Well,
once a month. December 19th is our next game, DragonLance Nexus, on Dragons of the River of Time, where Ed is our DM and I play a time-traveling rogue named
You should
Colton
drop a-
Shade.
You should drop a link in the chat while we
I
talk.
will do that, since they give me something to do. I'm not paying attention to
Yeah.
anything you guys are saying.
Exactly.
I'm just kidding.
If they've gone to see these dragon men, then perhaps the time for goodbye is now.
Whoa.
Some of us are not destined to meet again in this world.
That's just, all right. A little surprised seeing as your kin and all.
He's my kin. Yes.
Your brother.
He's capable. Yes.
Fine, if that's the way you want to look at it. I guess we should. Where's
His
Flint,
path-
by the way?
His path is his own.
And he's Erdrin's looking right at you, Gorel.
What's that?
Where's Flint?
What? Oh, the old man went to look for a updated map. He went to get an updated map of the area.
He's been gone
Should I-
for a little bit, hasn't he?
Yeah. Should I have? Should Flint show up? I don't know.
Nope. Flint's out.
So,
But at some
Ellison,
point he's gonna come
I'm sorry.
back.
At some point, he will come back. I know exactly where Flint is. He's not.
Okay. All right. I'm just like, should I roll for something to see if he comes back?
Nope.
I don't know.
We'll get
okay,
to him.
You
Don't
have
worry.
a plan.
We'll get to him.
Great. Adam has a plan.
Maybe they done picked up your adopted father as well and took him over to those Draconians.
Yeah,
You see
I
what
just
you
don't
said.
understand. Elliston says, I just don't understand. I don't know you all as well as some of you know each other. But Zane, are you saying that you think that your brother and Curlathon have both defected to the Blue Dragon Army, and that you're okay with that?
No, I think they have their own reasons for going, and whatever they are, I don't know.
Right, but this whole stuff about it's time for goodbyes, and we're not destined to meet each other in the world again, and you're just okay with abandoning your brother to the Blue
It
Dragon
appears
Army.
that they are the ones who abandoned us, is it not?
Like I said, I didn't see it happen, but this just seems like a strange. I'm sorry, Gorel. Do you think that seems weird? You're another one that knows these two very well.
It is weird. It is weird that they would go without a fight. But they are, as Zane puts it, capable. They had reasons, and they weren't being hurt or...
Yeah, they went under their own volition.
Right. So they must have convinced them for some reason to go with them.
Perhaps
Okay,
they're
like I
talking
said, you all know them better than I do, so that's fine.
Perhaps they've come up with some strategy or some way of approaching these dragon men.
And also this blue army has been here apparently for a while in the town, and everybody's like cool with it. So maybe they're not as bad as we think they are. I don't know.
Well, here's the issue. We stay here, these dragon folk are going to do something. We need to get into that library, try to find what we can find if we're still intending on trying to take these dragon armies out. Now,
I'm sorry, Will, what was that?
That part, yeah.
Okay.
The basics, yeah.
I mean, are we willing to just let them go and then hopefully see them again?
Well, we don't know where they are. I mean,
right,
perhaps
we can't stay here.
I mean, right now, there's nothing stopping us from leaving. Like the two draconians at the door is not going to stop us.
Well, that's all that I know are
But
there. There could be more.
And we don't. But we leave here, and then what? We don't know where to go. We're gonna
go to the library's ruins. Try and see what we can't find.
And
question is, go ahead.
Go ahead. Questions.
Are we going to try and find your folk, or are we just going to go
Gilthanus will step up and say, we can go look for Zane and Curlathon just to make sure that they're okay. I'm not sure where to look, but we can scout about, maybe take Riverwind, or maybe bless you. Or maybe we have some people stay here at the inn in case they do come back, so they know where we went.
Yes, we're just exploring within the city. There's no real urgency. If my brother and Curlathon were not being coerced or harmed in any way, perhaps they've gone to treat with these dragon men. Zarek was in the army. He does have an eye for strategy.
All right, I got an idea. So, I think it's quite all right if the NPCs here go and try and scout around and find us.
What did you just call me?
Yeah.
What does that stand for exactly?
I'll write it out. But go and try and find this encampment of the Draconians. We need to go quick as lightning up to this library and do this, because both Zarek and Curly know that we were heading there. Then we'll all meet up some other place.
This inn seems as good a place as any.
I don't think so.
The old man is still out there.
I understand that, but
he's gonna be coming back here.
I understand that, but Flint knows we're here to search those ruins of the library. Coming back here is not a smart idea. The Draconians already know that we're here. If we come back, there's probably going to be a whole mess more, especially if we
The Draconians seem far less hostile than one would think.
Well, that fella I talked to on the street sure seemed hostile. He seemed like he wanted to light me up like a bonfire if he could, but something was keeping him from doing it.
Perhaps we use their interest in my brother to our advantage.
Well, your brother and Curly, like I said, both know that we're here to go to the library's ruins, try and find something to destroy dragon armies. Now, if that information comes out to them, well, you can sure as shit believe there's going to be a bunch of Draconians all up on them ruins.
Lorana says, Zarek wouldn't give the enemy secrets like that. I agree with Gilthanis.
Magic, honey.
We shall go with... we shall go and try to find Zarek and Kurlithlon just to make sure that they're okay. Because I am also worried about him. Them. She corrects herself. Riverwind and Elliston, would you stay here and wait for Flint and the others if they return, so they know where we went?
I've got Riverwind's voice now. Hold on, I figured it out. Okay.
No, that's not Riverwind's voice at all.
I'll do it.
I wasn't done doing my poem yet either. Okay.
If you can't play Riverwind responsibly, then you're not going to be allowed to play him.
I'm gonna hold you to that. All right, fine. Who's coming with me to the ruins besides Zane? Gorell, we could use you swinging hammers up there. Not to mention...
Yeah, sure.
I can't have you too far away from me, if you know what I mean, for this to be effective. And he shows
Sounds
you
good.
the ring.
All right.
Ellendir, or... That's his name, right? Ellendir? The guy that... Okay, maybe not.
What? No, there's nobody named Ellendir.
What's the guy that the other guy you're playing, Gary?
Elliston.
Ellison. I was close. Ellison, maybe Ellison should come with us, too. He's kind of a smart fella.
That would leave Riverwind alone.
Yep, that's all we need. No sense putting two lives.
Gargamond, rather. Thank you for raiding with a party of 3. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Huzzah! Hey, Gargamond, how you doing, man?
All right.
Let's go.
You guys
Whoever decides to stay can stay. I am going.
Gary, will Elliston stay, or will he go with the others?
He'll go with the group to the library.
Okay. So, Riverwind's on his own.
Yep.
Okay.
He's there writing his poetry.
With Will playing him, he's going to be the next one charred on the street. All right. Let's go back to Kurlithlon. Kurlithlon.
Yes.
You are going to need to roll me a survival check to basically track them.
Oh, yeah.
28.
Wow.
Nice.
I think I know where they're going.
You tracked them easily. You got that. You got a good route, and you can see the gates to the southern exit from your vantage point. So you head in that direction. There are regular Tarsus guards at the gate who they're not really paying attention to who's coming and going at this time of day. It's still late afternoon. Going on to early evening, still late afternoon. You do see in the distance the camp that I was talking about before. The tents around it. There's bonfires outside. And you also see on the opposite end of the camp a huge blue dragon.
Ooh, lovely.
In the distance, you do see the group quite a bit ahead of you, but walking into the camp.
Okay, I'm going to try to stealth and follow them.
Okay. You do know that there's not a lot in between you and it besides snow. Just gonna throw that out there.
If I circle around the side of the camp,
Right.
like
Sure,
in other words, start going off to the side before wherever they go into the camp.
Okay. Roll your stealth. 13. You feel like you're pretty stealthy.
I'm sure I do.
You always feel stealthy, though.
I do, yes. Even when I'm falling downstairs.
Yeah. Okay. You make your way around.
Nobody saw you do that.
Yeah, you're just strutting now. First you were trampsing, then you were moseying, now you're strutting. And you get to the camp, or around the side of the camp. And you feel this fear. You felt dragon fear before. You've been afraid in other times of your life. This is a different sort of terror, and I'm going to need you to make a wisdom saving throw as you turn around. And you see, that was a 7 for those of you at home. Can't see it.
Yikes.
You see in what you recognize as ancient Salamnic knight armor. Charred black. This was armor that was, at one point, Knight of the Rose. Now it's darkened, misshapen, evil. You need to get the fuck away from this thing. And you head back as fast as you can. What direction do you go? You can go toward the camp, you can go toward the city, or you could go out into the snowy wilderness.
I go back towards the city.
Okay. You go back toward the city. You see 3 cloaked figures moving past the gate, looking as if they're trying not to be seen. Clearly, under their cloak, they are heavily armored. And they pass by.
Okay. Am I still possessed by this fear and needing to run away, or?
I mean, you feel better now, but that dark shape out in the white snow is still standing there. You can feel its red eyes staring at you.
Dude, just stop staring at me. That's really disconcerting.
And yeah, it's so disconcerting you don't want to get closer to him.
I see. Okay. Well, I'm going to then try to go around and follow that trio that I just saw.
Okay. So you head in to the into the gates. You see them duck down an alley.
Okay.
As you turn the corner, you see 2 of them with their backs towards you. And from behind some crates and barrels, crate and barrel, if you'd like to be a sponsor, we'd love to have you. A human stands up, sword out. Will, what does he look like?
Oh. Well, he looks like a he's not in the prime of his years, but he's not an old man or completely into his middle ages that he's ineffective. He's got a long, droopy mustache shot through with little bits of gray. Underneath his helmet, tufts of blonde or dark blonde, dirty blonde hair, again shocked with gray. And he's wearing plate armor. And the plate armor is very familiar, I would think, to Curly, if I'm not mistaken, because he's come in contact with these people. He's wearing armor of the Knights of Solamnia. Did I say it right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and emblazoned on the front of the armor is a stylized rose. He looks rather, not pompous, but sort of like confident, and he's smiling and looks kind of a jolly fellow.
I'm like, wait, like, is this guy a ghost?
What do you say to him?
Oh, I don't say anything
no,
to
this
him.
is to you. What's your name? Alcindor? What's your name?
Oh, hold on, I gotta check. It is Alphatian.
Alphatian. This guy was following you, and you were able to duck behind this rubble and pop up.
Oh, okay, now I get it. He was one of the three. Okay.
Yes. And the other two stop and turn around. Yeah.
Now, did I notice anything? Should I roll perception?
What do you mean?
About Curly?
Oh, yes. Roll perception.
Okay.
Curlithlon, while he's doing that, the other two, as they turn around, also, as their cloaks flow open, you see that they are wearing armor for the Knights of the Rose, which is the highest, most skilled order of the Solamnic Knights. 14? Yeah, you're close enough, though. One has dark brown hair, again, long flowing mustache, obviously a long sword on his belt, and a long bow strapped to his back. As he's standing there, he takes a flask out and takes a hit. He puts it back in his chest pouch, or pocket rather. The other one is a real stern-looking guy. Light brown hair, dark blonde, somewhere in that area. Again, long flowing mustache. Like striking blue eyes. And Ergrin, you notice the scabbard.
Alphatian,
Alphatian. Sorry, I'm looking at the stupid thing that says Ergrin. There's too many characters now. You notice the scabbard on Curlithlon's hip.
Oh there. Mighty nice weapon you have, elf. I must say I'm not very familiar with your kind, but where did you get that weapon? Oh, how rude of me. I gotta go back to him so I can know what the fuck his last name is. There. I am Alphatian Malkarite, Knight of the Order of the Rose. These are my companions. This is Sir Derek Crownguard and Aaron Talbot, who's not a knight yet, right?
He is a knight too. They're all knights.
Oh, he is? Then I say Sir.
Yes.
Aaron Talbot.
Knights of Solamnia. I'm familiar with you. And this is my father's sword.
Your father, that says Crown Guard. He walks confidently toward you. Aaron stays back and sort of looks around in the alley just to make sure nobody is coming. Your father was Sturm Brightblade.
Okay, that's news to me. Thank you.
He's a liar. Take the sword.
Oh, now, don't be so presumptuous. We know that it's common knowledge who Sturm
Yes.
Sturm
Brightblade,
hooked
yes.
who he hooked up with, right?
No.
It is not.
No, there was
Okay.
whispers that he had a child with an elf.
Okay, that's all I needed
but
to
nobody,
know.
yes, but there's no proof of that.
No proof, but there's the whispers. Okay.
Yes.
So Alphasian, who's like was following Sir Derek, you know,
Yeah.
he like puts a hand on Sir Derek's shoulder. It's like, now, you know the stories.
Thank you, Daniel Daniel Para for liking the stream. Huzzah!
Huzzah! Thank you, Daryl. Daniel, sorry, called you Daryl. You know the stories. Sturm fell in love with an elven maid. I do believe this chap is half elven. I mean, the stubble. From what I know, the elves don't really.
You can
Do
just
facial
ask.
hair.
Yes, I am a half elf.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not being to be rude. Let's. Where did you get that sword, good sir?
Listen, I've already told you it's my father's sword. I'm not sure that
Yes.
we need to be having this discussion out in the alley here. Were you just leaving the Blue Dragon camp?
No. We
Okay.
were trying to evade the Blue Dragon camp. Not that it is any of your business.
Derek, don't be so rude. No, we are not in league with those.
Why were you
fascists.
following us?
I wasn't following you. I was going to the Blue Dragon camp, and then a knight in armor very much like the Solamnik armor, except burned beyond recognition, appeared to me out in the snows and filled me with fear I've never felt before.
This would be very familiar to you, Alphasian, and to the
Yes.
others. No.
No.
He can't be here, can he?
Well, obviously.
Why would he be in league with the dragon armies?
He's evil. Why wouldn't he? I mean, it makes complete sense. Just to clarify, did he have red eyes? Appeared to be a little bit on the non-living side.
Yes.
It's him. It's him. Well, you have to understand, we're not trying to be rude or anything, but that blade has some sort of, it has quite a bit of significance to us in our order. So you can understand wanting to know where it came from and so forth. But you're correct. Let's get out of the street in the open and we can talk further about this. We don't
Listen,
mean you any ill harm.
Good. I have business at the White Stag. If I can't go back to the Blue Dragon camp right now, I have something I need to attend to there. You're welcome to come with me.
We shall
And
accompany
speak
you
there.
We
as
have
your
things
escort.
to do, Alphasian.
This is more important, Derek.
There is nothing more important than saving our homeland. You
And
forget
if-
who's in charge here. You forget yourself,
You are correct.
Sir Knight.
I apologize, Derek. I apologize. But if he has some connection to Brightblade and that weapon, I think having allies to help us in this would be very beneficial.
Allow me to consult the oath and the measure. And he stands off for a second, like this, with his arms crossed, looking up at the sky. Aaron Tallbow in the back shakes his head, takes a swig, puts the flask back.
While he's doing that, I look over at Alphasian and I say, I'm sorry, what is he doing?
Rightly, no.
This is what he does all the time. He does everything by the book.
Yeah.
He is mentally going through the entire oath and the measure of the Knights of the Rose. Trying to find a way to decide what he should do in this situation.
He's mentally going, as far as I can tell. He has all of the doctrine memorized, and so he's mentally trying to go through and find out what is the proper protocol for this situation.
I see. Okay, and Curly is actually quite familiar with this because my father used to do that with the secret texts.
I've thought about it.
Yeah.
He interrupts you, Curly. Where are you staying, Brightblade?
My name isn't Brightblade, and
What is your name?
my name is Curlithon.
Curlithlon.
Yes.
Elvin.
A pleasure to meet you.
He says.
And he holds out his hand.
So he takes it.
Aaron will offer you a
Aaron, stop that.
nip of. He just shrugs.
No, I'll
takes a
definitely
sip.
take that. Thank you.
Okay, yeah.
Oh. Sorry,
Much obliged.
I was being presumptuous.
And Derek says, "Where are you staying, so that we may find you and talk to you more? I understand you have a pressing matter."
Yes, as I said, at the White Stag.
You're staying at the White Stag, so we can meet you there later.
Sure.
Fine. Alphacian, Aaron, we have work to do.
Can I have just a moment before we leave?
You have seconds, and he turns and walks down the.
Thank you, Sir Derek. Facian rolls his eyes. He looks back. You're going to have to understand something here. Like I said, that sword has a lot of meaning, and it appears that you don't know who your father was. I'd be delighted to tell you all about it. So
I'm interested to hear what you have to say.
if I can put any doubts to rest, he was a very brave knight, and did a lot of good in his time. So if you had any doubts about your heritage, hopefully that helps. I hope to see you at the White Stag so we can continue this, and hopefully we can become allies in these endeavors, because I have a feeling that maybe we are undertaking the same tasks, just coming at them from different ends.
The sun goes down.
Yes, yes, Derek, I'm coming. And he turns to
All right, and
saunters.
The three saunter off
Nice.
in a knightly fashion.
Saunters.
I love all the walking synonyms we've got going.
know, right?
That's great.
On the way out, Aaron does the old Texas two-step. All right, back to the other group. Or you guys are heading out? The four of you are heading out?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, actually, you know what? I'm sorry, I'm going to skip to Curlithlon first, and you'll
Fine.
understand why in a second. Curlithlon, you head back to the White Stag. You have to ask for some directions because you have no idea where that is. It's not far from where you are on this side of town. It's a little bit further to the east in the wealthier district, the upper city. When you enter, there is a small common room, and there are what look like private rooms, dining rooms, off to the side. There are three on either side. And there are staircases on either side of the bar going up. This is a smaller inn than the Red Dragon where you guys are staying, but it's well, that inn was certainly fine. It was very comfortable. This is a fine inn. This is really nice. But again, not very busy. The innkeep is, just talking to the barmaid at the at the bar. There's a couple eating dinner, early dinner, an older couple. It's a late night special, of the blue plate special, I guess it is rather. And that's all there is. Only people here in this inn.
Okay, I'll go up to the bar. And,
Can I help you?
Yeah, pint of ale, please.
Yes, of course. 2 copper.
And I'll pay, have a few sips, and then when after I've relaxed for a second, when the bartender's close to me, excuse me.
Yes.
Happen to have seen an elven woman.
Yes.
Dark brown hair.
I know exactly who you mean. The one
here.
with the other elf and that thing.
Yes, I didn't want to mention that.
Yes. They pay well, and truth be told, this is not a good time for business.
Well, she asked me to meet her here. Do you know where I can find her? Present.
Room 3, I believe she is in, and her compatriots, her group, allies, whatever you call them, are in room 2.
Much obliged. I drain the rest of the beer, slide a silver over to him, or a steel, I guess.
Okay.
And then head back around to where the rooms are.
Okay. With that steel, he is more than happy to look the other way. All right, you go upstairs. There's 5 rooms. The first, odd and evens. It's the second room on the left-hand side.
Okay. So I'll go and just quickly listen at the door first.
You don't hear anything.
Okay. So I'll knock.
Okay. A moment later, the door opens a crack, and you see these sort of purplish blue eyes peeking through, clearly elven. And you hear a sigh, and the door opens. She says, "You came.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure you would."
Well, I seem to have people telling me all about my parentage this evening, so I thought I'd listen a little.
What do you mean?
There are 3 Knights of Solamnia in this city, and they just told me that my father is a knight named Sturm Brightblade.
Well, that is a name that I haven't heard said out loud in many years. It's true. Sturm was your father. It broke my heart, Curlathan. His too. But you were in danger. We were in
What kind of
danger.
danger? What could possibly have led you to abandon me with what in retrospect turned out to be somewhat crazy people?
They were good people. We thought a knight, a human knight, and an elf. His rank, my stature. It was forbidden, our love. It was forbidden for us to have you. It was a mistake. But we were young and we were foolish.
So I'm sorry. Let me just get this straight. The danger was because it was a mistake and it was forbidden.
They would have killed you. Either the knights or the elves. Take your pick. We couldn't let that happen. We should have... I've had regrets since the moment we left you. We should have run. We should have left everything behind, but we didn't. We were selfish. I know that now. And I am sorry.
Well, I'm sorry it took till now for you to realize that.
I didn't know where to find you. I didn't know. I had left the jewel with your aunt, with Sturm's sister, in case you came back looking for us, for one of us. I'm glad that you found it. I knew 5 years ago, more than that now, I suppose. When you found it, I felt it. I felt you there. I knew that you were alive. And I hoped that we would be reunited once again, one day. Although I would hope it would be under better circumstances than this.
All right. Well, listen. I don't know what to say to you, honestly. I don't know how you expect me to feel about this, but right now there's more important things going on, and I have to just ask you, why are you here right now in this place?
I was in Sankrist, a diplomatic mission. I was trying. We knew we weren't safe, even in Sylvanisty. We knew that the dragon armies would come. I tried to get help. Upon doing so, I discovered that while I was gone, the armies had made their way to Sylvanisty. Our homeland is in grave danger. Our people are in great danger. My father, your grandfather, the Speaker of the Suns, Lorak. Sorry, the Speaker of the Stars, Lorak. Speaker of the Suns is the other group. Yeah, long story. You get the idea. I fear that in his desperation, he will do something foolish, put himself in danger, put our people in danger. Thank you, James and Sloan, for now following. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
I need help. Our people need help.
I need to go speak with my companions.
I understand.
I feel that obviously our interests are aligned here. My companions and I are also attempting to deal in whatever way we can with the dragon army threat.
Just like your father.
Well, I wish I could understand what you mean by that, but
Me too.
maybe I will someday.
If you and your friends will help us, you can find us here. We leave tomorrow. I have Well, that you saw the two that I was with earlier.
Yeah.
I was able to convince them to help. However, I fear that it's not enough. But we will do what we can. I was hoping there would be more people here that could assist. However, you must understand that nobody here in this city can be trusted. As I've said to you before, they're in league with the dragon armies.
This entire city.
Well, the government at least, maybe not the people, but if the governor is, then his soldiers are.
Fair enough. Well, like I said, I will consult with my companions, and I do believe you. I do believe you. But this is a lot.
I know.
And I'm not 100% sure how we're going to interact, how I'm going to be able to interact with you, honestly. But I'm willing to help you, and I hope that we can figure something out. I'll go back to my friends now. I'll send word for you or come back here before tomorrow morning.
Yes. Thank you. Kurlithlan, be safe. I understand that I may never see you again, but I could never lose you again. Please be safe.
Be safe as well. And then he turns and walks out.
Okay. Going back to the others. You guys, and Kemchan is a little askew, so bear with me a second.
It's all right. It gives me more time to look up different descriptors for walking.
All right, so you guys, there we go.
I love your commitment to the joke, Will. I love it.
Okay, you guys head out to where the innkeeper had told you the library was. I'll bring you to that map. Okay. So, you guys are starting off down here, making your way up here to where the library was. You can get there fairly easily. When you do, everybody roll me a perception check. Including Elliston and Riverwind. Nope. Riverwind stayed back. Just Elliston is the only... Alright, Elliston. Ergrin. Gorel, alright. This is going to be pretty easy. That's it, just the three of you, huh? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, alright. I thought there was more of you, but yeah, it's just the three.
Well, Zane rolled, but he just rolled poorly.
Oh, okay. I didn't. That's right. I didn't see up here. You got a 9. Yeah. So you're lost in your own thoughts there.
Yep.
The rest of you, though, who are moving ahead of Zane, who, as usual, walks a little slowly and leans on his staff as he goes.
Ambles, one might even say.
Yep.
We haven't used that one yet, have we?
We have not. You see, first there's nothing here. Rubble at best. There's stone, large chunks of stone that has fallen away. There's no building here anymore. Through the rubble, you see a cloaked figure go down, and then a door, we'll say, for the lack of a better word, if we can look those up next.
Okay.
Closes. But you saw exactly where in the rubble he went down.
Well, that's mighty convenient. Well, Ergrin's going to stroll over there.
What do you see?
And take a look around, trying to see if he can't discern the door, if there's a handle, that sort of thing.
There's no handle. You can see a piece of wood. It among all the other rubble, you probably would have missed it, or it would have taken you a long time to find if you hadn't seen this person go down. But it looks like it just gets sort of moved aside, and is just blocking the entrance to whatever this is.
Burrell, you mind pulling this aside?
Yes, quickly.
Okay. Girl.
Yeah, you're
Ease
able
it
to easily move it aside. And you see an ancient stone staircase, cracked, broken in spots, leading downward. It would be pitch black. However, there is torchlight coming from below.
Well, I don't think we should make our own light. Not yet. We don't want to let them know we're coming. We should try.
Good idea. As Zane just goes right downstairs.
Zane, girl's like, Zane. If anything happens to you, Zarek will never forgive me. And I kind of pull you behind me. And I go in front.
Right. Zarek. Yes.
Try and be, sneaky like.
And I turn to you and go, "Have you seen me?"
Yeah.
Well, that's why I said try.
Fine.
All right. Elliston, you gonna come with us? You all right with this?
Sure.
That's what I like to hear.
Why the hell not?
In for a pound.
Ellison's like, I'm still thinking about all that Curly's going through right now. I don't know why, but I'm just thinking about
I
it.
wonder.
He's very Ellison
what
is
that
very
guy's up to.
empathetic. He's very empathetic. Okay, so what are you guys gonna do?
Start going down the
Go
stairs.
downstairs.
Go down the stairs.
You go down the stairs. You peek in, and there is, among broken walls and rubble everywhere, one room left standing. A good 60, 70 feet below down the stairs. And I'm going to move you to another map. And you see 3 knights and a kender sitting at... Put your tokens down here.
Oh.
The kender has on these little glasses with ruby lenses. The knight with the light brown hair and the long mustache looks down, is looking over the kender's shoulder, and then looks up at you. The other 2 are standing facing the table. As soon as they hear you, they turn around. "Who goes there?" says the knight in the blue here. And then the kender looks up, says, "Oh, hello there. I'm Tasselhoff Burfoot."
Yeehaw! Howdy.
Yes. We're here to find some things of importance.
Well,
Please.
Alphasian, when he talks, Alphasian gets up and draws his sword. Shing!
Yeah, and so does Aaron,
what?
and so does
My
Derek.
fellows, it appears we've been found out. Come forward.
Who are
your
you?
intentions?
Whoa, girls! Like, whoa. We're not here for a fight. Although, if you want one,
No. If things can be worked out through conversation and keen mind, it's always preferable to
wasting
bloodshed.
time.
Yes, I agree. Who are you?
we're just here to look for information. We didn't know you were here. We don't know you.
Information for what, might I ask?
The girl
You
turns to
wouldn't
look at-
believe all of the wonderful things that I've learned in this book. Well, this is even more exciting than the time that I found the woolly mammoth. And he turns to Derek. Have I ever told you about the time that I found
Yes,
a
tell
woolly
Derek
mammoth?
about the woolly mammoth. So,
And Derek just sort of claps him on the back of the head. Ow!
Zane looks to Goral and says, "This is preposterous. Can we please just end them and get it over with?"
Okay. And,
Ergrin goes, hold on a second. Them there Knights of Salamnia, they're not part of the Draconian army. Think you're getting a little bit ahead of yourselves here, fellas.
They're barring our way to our goal.
Well,
Are
who
they?
knows that we can't achieve our goal without any sort of bloodshed?
I am very curious as to what your goal is. It sounds very exciting. Why, we're looking for a dragon orb. Have you ever heard? And then Derek claps his hand over his mouth. Thank you, Sidorin77,
Hey,
for cheering
Sidorin,
500 bits.
Huzzah!
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 We all get
Wait,
inspiration.
Do we get inspiration
You got an
points?
inspiration point, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sidorin's the man.
Yes, he is. We'll go ahead and put that down. Alphasian goes, what is... All right, come forward. And he puts away his sword. Derek, I don't think that we're in any danger here from these.
Aaron holds his sword sort of loosely down and then takes a squig of whiskey. Derek holds his sword still.
Girl sees the flask. Like, oh,
And Aaron says, would you like some?
yeah. And he puts his hammer back on his belt.
And
So-
he will sheath his sword and walk over to the center of the room and say, Aaron Talbo.
And I meet him halfway. I go, Gorel Nightfoot.
Now, if we could get to the bottom of who you
Adam,
are. Yes.
Can you describe the room a little bit to me?
Sure. It's exactly what you see here. There's tables here with books scattered about, also on the floor. There are shelves behind. The other wall is all, the other three walls are all just crumbled stone.
Okay.
We're looking for a way to stop the dragon army.
Roll a perception check, Zane.
Okay.
I'm sorry, continue. Will,
We're looking for a way to stop the dragon armies.
you gotta get closer. Stop the dragon
so
armies. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
As all of this is going on, Adam.
Thank you,
Like,
Quia
it's made a
and
beeline
Tiamat
right
for
over to here.
cheering 300.
300.
Taz deserved cheers. Yes, he does.
Huzzah!
So Zane is making a like as they're talking, he's ignoring everything else that's going on. He's just going over the floor over here.
Okay. Will, you were saying?
No, he said, we're looking for something to help us try and stop the dragon armies. I'd really appreciate it, Derek, if you do a lot of talking.
And thank you,
yourself.
Sidorin77, for cheering 2 more. So that's another inspiration
Huzzah!
point. Huzzah!
Huzzah! I like it.
Okay. What do you know about the orbs?
Nothing.
Well, then I don't know how you can help.
Well, we were kind of hoping to find out something about DragonLances here. But what's this orb you're talking about? First of all, let me introduce myself. I'm Ergrin. I'm from the people of the plains. Guess you'd call me a priest of nature. I keep wanting to call her Chilaxia, but it's Chislev. I serve Chislev in her order. No. These are my friends. There's Zane. He's a wizard as such. This fella here is Gorell. He's mighty good swinging that there hammer. And Elliston, what the hell do you do again? You just said. I think he's a politician. I don't rightly know what that word means, but I heard somebody use it.
I'm a cleric of Paladine.
Oh, that's right.
And that gets the knight's attention. And Derek says, the gods turned from man before the cataclysm.
Well, they're back.
And they're back, and they've found you, ragtag group.
We sort of kind of found each other, I think. But yeah. I could perform a little bit of magic for you if it'll help you believe.
Show me what you can do.
Gorell, slit your arm open.
He coughs
No.
up the whiskey.
No. Actually, that's what Ergrin pulls out his dagger, flips up and flips open and bears his forearm. Then he takes his dagger and he just does a point of damage to himself. So he cuts it open and lets it bleed for a little bit. And you go, all right. And then he's going to cast Cure Wounds and heal it. The green glow emanating from around his heart, and it glows and it goes down his arms into his hands, and then it seals up the wound.
Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Maybe we can help each other. Our homeland is under attack.
Yeah. I think everybody's homelands are under attack.
Yeah, girls
right
like
now,
join
pretty
the
much.
club.
No, I know. We've come from the north.
No, really, we have a club. All of our homelands have been dead out.
Yes. We're on a mission.
From God.
Sorry.
As you know, the knights, or I'm sure you know, the knighthood has been in, let's say, disarray since the cataclysm. There aren't many of us left, and those that are splintered. I am trying to bring the knights back together and take leadership. I'm looking for a weapon to destroy these dragons.
Yep, so are we.
And we may have found something. An orb. An ice reach castle.
Hey, Zane.
That's not the book you're looking for. That's
Okay.
a history book, although it is in a language you don't read.
Cool.
That being said, you do see from where you are a book that holds some interest to you over in this direction here.
I'm sorry, ping it again. Wait. Ignoring. Guessing over to that direction.
Yes. And Tasselhoff says, now the interesting thing is that they never would have found this if it wasn't for me, and I just happened to be here in Tarsus, doing a little exploring, as it were, and who do I run into? Not one, not two, 3 Solamnic Knights. Have you ever met a Solamnic Knight? I haven't before.
Nope. Hey, Zane. They're talking about something I think you might find interesting over here.
Yes.
You have a very interesting look to you. And he starts to get down and walk over to you, and Derek just grabs him by the scruff of the collar on his shirt and pulls him back and says, "Continue reading. We need all of the information." Now, this is kind of weird that 3 knights would have a kender reading a book to them.
Ergrin's gonna go over to the table and take a look at the book.
Yeah, it looks like a bunch of gibberish. And Tasselhoff says, "Want to know the secret?" And he picks up his glasses. "Now I can't see it." Puts them down. "Now I can. Now I can't see it. Now I can. Now I can't see it. Now I can. Now I can't see it. Now I can."
Yeah.
These are magic glasses. Magic glasses of true seeing, they're called.
You think we might be able to borrow those for a minute and give my friend over here, Zane, a chance to read that book himself?
He
says to
pulls him
Derek.
off and he says, "Sure." And Derek says,
Okay.
"They're not going to fit his head. That's why we needed the kender."
He's got a real skinny head, though. Look at him.
Fair enough.
Yeah, what is...
He's sickly.
Yes.
Like all these fat-headed knights.
He's wearing black robes.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that.
Those are wizards of the evil persuasion.
Oh, I guessed. Well, he's done some shady things, but all in the service of killing the dragon folk. So I guess that makes it okay for right now.
Look, can you help us or not?
Of course. I mean, what's this dragon orb thing you're talking about? What's that do?
We're trying to find out by seeing this. This book does not have a lot of information about it, just that there's possibly one in something called Ice Reach Castle, south of here.
Yes, Ice Reach is a waste of time. No, please.
Oh, all right. Well, how do you know that, Zane?
It's my studies.
All right, so maybe you should help us. To help you, you looking for something in particular?
Give me those glasses. Let me see.
Tasselhoff will walk over and give you the glasses.
Do they fit?
No.
Okay.
You can bend them and then sort of look through them, but it's really, it gives you a headache if you're doing it for a while, and it's hard to read because like as soon as you're reading something, it'll go out of focus and then go back.
I get you.
Yeah, so you can get bits and pieces, but not a lot.
I'm not real familiar with everything that you can do there, Zane, but can you shrink yourself?
No, that's not my area of expertise.
Understood.
Yeah,
Well, I guess we're going to have to depend on you, little feller. You got anything you want him to read for you, Zane?
The book that I found, Adam, is it, can I read it?
It's written in the same language of magic that the others were, so you know that it'll take time to study, but you feel like you could read that book. Yeah.
Okay. And that's the one that I'm looking for, correct?
Yes. And you don't see anything else that matches the description. Just that one.
Okay. In that case, Zane is going to turn around and walk out.
Where are you going, Zane?
With the book. I have what I came for.
Yeah, you're just going to leave without us and our new friends, and
I'm going back to the inn.
Girl even like kind of not forcibly, but kind of puts his hand on. He's like, whoa. I know I want to get back as bad as you do, but
we shouldn't go back to that inn.
Well, I was gonna say we
Why
can actually.
not?
Draconians.
You do remember that's where you left Riverwind to wait for the others, right?
I told them that we shouldn't leave anybody there, and then
if my brother is coming back at all, that's where he'll find us.
And
yeah, but
And
Flint,
Kurlathla.
too. Yeah.
And
I
Lorana and
Flint.
Gilthanas, yeah.
Yeah. Like whether the Draconians know we're there or not, we're not all there. That's the point. All I'm saying is these guys know something that would definitely benefit us. We know, and then I look at the Knights, and we know stuff that would definitely benefit you guys. All I'm saying is we could definitely help each other out here.
We should information swap at least. What you got that's so all fire important under your arm there?
It's part of this book, these books, this series of books that have been guiding us in direction of our goal.
All right, that's plenty cryptic. Care to elaborate?
He opens it up. Can you read this?
No, but that Kender over there.
I didn't
can.
think so. He closes the book, looks at Garel, and says, "May I go now?"
Well, he's got the glasses that we need.
Yeah, I'll
And
say
he's
again.
the only one to wear it.
The-
I don't
the-
understand. I mean, I do get why you want to get back to the inn. Trust me, so do I.
What in
But-
a thank you, Mr. Just a Cow, for following. Huzzah!
Huzzah! That's awesome.
All right,
That
there's
is
a
a
cow
great
following us. Great.
Just a cow.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Where? Oh, Derek will say, "Where are you
Yeah,
staying?"
Red Dragon.
Red Dragon Inn.
But I don't feel comfortable sending you there, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, there's
So how about
definitely
this?
a draconian presence there.
Yes, there's draconian presence everywhere here in Tarsus, and everywhere here in Ansalon, it seems. So, we have a meeting with another fellow at the Inn of the White Stag tonight.
All right.
Gather the rest of your group and meet us there, and we'll discuss our findings.
Fair enough.
And if our interests align, well, then you may help us.
And you can help us.
Sure.
Perfect. Who knows? We might find out that our paths are parallel.
One more question.
Of course.
You mentioned the DragonLances.
Yep.
Have you seen any?
Oh yeah, we had.
Where?
That one was it was an
That was
illusion,
a-
right? It was an illusion.
The
though?
only one who know that was Zane.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was in Thor. What the hell is that?
Thorbarden.
Yeah, what he said.
They had a DragonLance in Thorbarden. That seems unlikely.
I know. And girls like he laughs about it. He goes, "Yeah, Curly had a hell of a time trying to handle that thing."
That
Yeah,
sounds like a
he's
great
got-
story for another time. Do you happen
He's-
to have a DragonLance on you or in your inn, or do any of your
And
companions have
girls
one?
like, "Does it look like I'm carrying a dragon lance?" Come on, guys. This is what we're here for. Figure out how to get
Not
or make.
all things can be solved with weaponry.
Most can, I found, and I do not trust magic or mages.
When all you have is a hammer, every problem looks like a nail.
Yes.
That I like the sound of that. That sounds pretty good. But,
On that, we can agree.
we can figure it out when we get together and exchange information.
Well, in order to the DragonLances are, legend tells us, you need the hammer of Chorus and a
Yep.
smith with the silvered arm.
Well, we know where the hammer is.
You have the hammer.
We don't have
No,
it, but
we
we know
don't
where
have
it's at.
Where?
Have that hammer.
Thorbarden.
We know where it is.
You left it with the dwarves.
Well,
It is theirs.
Yeah, they had it. We couldn't really pry it away from a whole heap of bunch of dwarves under the mountain. So
You commandeer it.
yeah, we wouldn't have been able to do that.
Steal it.
There were far too many of them.
Fine. Meet us tonight. The White Stag.
All right.
Fine.
Kender, get those glasses back and continue reading.
Pleasure to meet you all.
Okay, then.
Yes, yes.
All right, and I let Zane go, and we go. I follow him up the stairs.
All right. As soon as you guys get up the stairs and down the street,
Okay.
you hear the screams.
Yeah.
You feel the dragon fear. As you look to the skies, there's not one red dragon. There is a flock? How many? Well, what's multiple dragons? Flight of dragons?
Horde?
Yeah.
We lost
That sounds right.
Kemchan.
Yeah.
There we go. There have to be 10,
A flight of dragons.
12.
A massacre of dragons.
Yeah, that's
Not a murder of dragons, but
a massacre of dragons.
Massacre.
Yeah.
I like
that. Yeah. Flying overhead.
That's now canon.
People on the street fleeing, running, knocking each other over. The dragons breathe their fire, burning down houses, melting stone. You see through the thick smoke draconian forces entering the streets, slaughtering guards and villagers as they go. A red dragon lands on top of the city hall near you, looks in your direction, breathes flame. And that is where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Of course.
So thank you guys for hanging out with us and staying a little bit late here for Wicked Studios presents DragonLance: Dragons of Mystery Part 2. Join us next week when we're not going to pick up here yet. We're going to leave this cliffhanger a little bit longer. And we're going to learn a little bit about these new characters that seem to have appeared here. We got a couple of them anyway. We will not have Gaz for the next few weeks as he moves.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
Yep.
boo.
Sorry.
Boo.
I know how sad you all are, but hopefully I will be back in a few weeks.
Yeah.
You know how I hate to be Gazless.
You do hate to be Gazless. But anyway, we will be back next week at 9 p.m. Will, what goes on here Wednesdays at 9?
Wednesday at 9 p.m., we're playing Deadlands, The Weird West, a game called Blood and Gold, run by Uncle Tony, and I am a player.
You are a player.
I am a player.
And then, of course, every Friday night here at 9 p.m., we play DragonLance. Also, join me the third Saturday of every month for DragonLance Nexus Presents Dragons on the River of Time, which is a new original DragonLance adventure where we hop through time. I play Colton Shade, a time-traveling rogue. So again, check us out here Wednesdays and Fridays on Twitch, on YouTube /Mr. Adam PL, as well as Facebook.com/Giant Stomp. And check out everything we have there. So for Jason, Kemchan, Gaz, KD, and Will.Player,
Pew, pew, pew.
I am Adam. Wishing you guys a good night. Be safe out there. Be kind to one another. And we will see you next time on DragonLance. Have a good night.
Deuces.